Alright, blog family, I appreciate you putting up with me this way, so I decided to try something different for this post. So, our class this week was tasked with figuring out what we've learned from our project so far. And in my baking adventures, to put it politely, I learned a ton, and a lot the hard way. So, the biggest lesson I've taken from all of this, other than the fact that cookie dough is king, is that preparation is number one. So I learned the hard way that you need to take out the butter from the fridge more than 2 minutes before you start baking, because apparently it's got to be easy to break down. Found that the hard way. Had to make the cup of butter, I think, is what I needed for the cookies. Again, found that one out the hard way. It was already out for the muffin dinosaur, the cupcake dinosaur cake, so that made things a little easier. But learned the hard way for that one. Also, apparently, it's better if you take the eggs out and have them at room temperature. Didn't know that. Learned the hard way. What else do I have written down here? The next one, and I put this in my last blog post, was that your cookies continue to bake even if you've taken them out of the oven. Didn't know that. So as much as I was worried about my cookies last time getting too hard or being too soft before they came out of the oven, I was making sure that they were the right type of feel. They weren't too soft, they weren't too hard, and so when I took them out, they felt great. Looked great too. At least I thought so. But then you let them cool down for 10 minutes, and unfortunately, it's like eating a rock. Luckily for me, I didn't have the pleasure of taking them to the kids' soccer practice or soccer games, because I didn't even think about all the allergic restrictions with kids these days. So, unfortunately, there was 20 oatmeal chocolate chip cookies that I had to eat. I mixed in a few for the little girls too, but I stomached most of those, unfortunately. Which leads me to the next thing that I learned. Going back with preparation, make sure you have all of your ingredients before you get into things. So I thought that we had a bunch of chocolate chips for this project. Turns out we didn't have chocolate chips, but that I had to use butterscotch chips. I had no idea that there were such things as butterscotch chips. Not much of a baker. So I guess it'll be what it'll be. They turned out okay. I just thought that they were funky colored chips. Who knows? Sorting the ingredients I found to be very helpful. Having the dry ingredients on one side and then a couple of the other ones that needed to be cooled down out beforehand. That certainly helped. And then the biggest thing that I found was helpful for me was patience. It took a little bit of learning to figure out the right way to mix things, especially with the cupcake dinosaur when I used actual whipped cream for the icing. How long you actually need to whip it for. That was news to me. So patience was something that came up big. And now next time, if I get into making cookies again, and based on the cookie dough experience, I'm sure I can dabble in that once or twice more. But based on that, I'll make sure that I'm more patient with the cooking time. And I won't continue to throw them back in the oven, but I'll give them a chance to cook after they're out of the oven. So that was it for this week. I hope that as much as I learned, it was helpful for you. Maybe it wasn't. This is all brand new to me, so maybe this is common sense stuff, but brand new to me. So thanks for sticking around, family. Thanks for putting up with me, and we'll see you again next time.